There are a lot of things that are going to be out of your control in life, and there are so many different variables in any given situation that I can't even begin to list what they could possibly be. But there are three things that you do have complete and total control of, and those three things are your attitude, your approach, and your effort. When talking about those types of things in a powerlifting situation or in a sense of pursuing this strength goal, those are really important things, and they're all interconnected. Your attitude can help determine your approach, and the effort you put in is directly tied to those two things. I could have been really defeated after last week. I had some rough times. I had some rough workouts. None of my sessions really went the way that I wanted to. And there were a lot of different things. There were a lot of different factors that fed into those. But I decided in this session that my attitude, my approach, and my effort were all going to be in line with how I wanted them to be. And I took the variables that I could control, I guess, and I really put my utmost capabilities into that. And so I wasn't feeling very excited going into this session, but I made the choice to, be focused and get excited. I watched a lot of videos. I did some technique analysis. I put a lot of time into my warm-ups for everything, considering my mobility and looking over last week's session. And instead of just saying, "Well, that sucked," I don't want to think about it. I learned from the experiences, and I learned from the things that I could have improved on, and I did improve on them. This top set here, 580 for this double. Based off of last Tuesday's squats or even Saturday's squats, this should not have gone. This should have been a misrep at some point, but ended up being one of my better sets, and I felt like I had more in the tank. I had to stop myself from actually doing more and going for a triple, because that felt like it moved pretty well, considering especially how bad 560 for the triple felt last week. So yeah, it was interesting to me to take in all the positive possibilities, I guess, and to say, all right, I'm going to just give this my best. I'm going to have this positive attitude. I changed my approach in that I did some extra stuff to make sure that I was as recovered as I possibly could be, and then I was really cueing every single rep in these squats. Every single thing. I didn't take a single lift for granted. I took every single one just as seriously, and it really paid off. You can see even in my back off sets that things weren't breaking down nearly as much as they usually do. Usually I put all my effort into those top sets, and then on the back off work you kind of just survive it. But my approach for today was to treat every single lift like it was the most important lift of the day, and it really paid off. And the effort is the third key, and I just put my absolute best effort into every single one of these. I didn't take any off time. I just gave myself the full commitment that I'm going to work as hard as I need to in this session to reach my plan and to achieve the things I need to. So I was happy with the squats. Definitely much better than last week, much better than any session last week. And some of the things I was cueing on, I was really being conscious of my breathing, my elbow position, and something that I actually got from one of the videos I had watched before. I think that Chad Wesley Smith from the Juggernaut Training Systems, they had one little cue that I missed the first time I'd seen the video, where he said something along the lines of 3 points of contact through the foot, and that sounded really weird to me. But he's saying basically make sure that your big toe, your pinky toe, and your heel are all equally engaged with the ground. I mean, for a low bar squat, you're generally putting your weight back into your heels, but that doesn't mean you lose contact or the pressure with those other 2 points in the front of your foot. And it really made a big difference for me in how I felt that my control of the weight was. And you see a lot of the coordination between my hips coming up. A low bar squat, I'm going to come forward a little bit more. That's part of the motion. But just comparing these to last week's squats and a lot of squats before, It was really a lot better, and that 3-point contact thought, that little cue for myself, kept me from firing my hips back first and overloading the rear portion of the lift. This is my buddy Ben Seath. We were supposed to work out twice last week, and he had stuff that kept coming up. But he came in today here with our buddy Robbie, and he hit this 385 for a set of 7 with a pause. Ben doesn't usually train pause pressing. I think the last meet he didn't actually practice any pausing, so he had no idea what he could bench on the day. But yeah, good to see him getting a little bit more focused again. He's struggled in this last year with the powerlifting consistency for himself, and just making it the big priority where he can come in and get all his stuff. I mean, he's had a lot of other things going on, and it was just nice to see that he's kind of recommitting himself, and he'll be the first one to tell you that he's trying to get everything else going again, and looking to hit some big totals in this next year. I included all my squat sets because I wanted to, for one, watch them myself, and two, let you guys see how consistent I really tried to make all these. I did the back off work. I did 515 for 2 sets of 4, and then I did this 495 for 3 sets of 4, trying to get all my volume in that I wanted to. Initially this week I had told myself, well, since squats were so bad last week, I should probably lower the volume because I'm probably overtrained. And what I got to thinking about, again with those 3 points that I was really considering, it wasn't because the squats or the workload was too much. It's because I was not doing what I needed to in my recovery. I wasn't overtrained because of the programming. I was overtraining because of the effect that happens when you're not putting the effort into making sure your recovery is where it needs to be. And even if I can't control all those aspects, I found that today and last night I had a better chance to, and I took advantage of it. Benching actually went really well too. I think last week when I hit 335 for my pause triple for the top set, it definitely didn't look like any of those reps did, and I almost missed the 3rd rep because I misgrooved really hard. And so again, looking at last week as a precursor to how this session was going to go, 355 should have been pretty slow. This is definitely a 2-rep, at least recent PR for me since the last time I did anything, and that 2nd rep was so much easier than it had any business being. I, again, stopped myself from doing a triple, or even maybe going for a set of 4 if the triple would have gone. Who knows, but I was very excited with how the benching went. The squatting went really well, and it's not luck. It's not some thing that just some days it's there and some days it's not. I put the time and the effort into preparing myself better for this session, and it paid off. I stayed positive about it, and that's just how it goes. Like, it's amazing how often you get lucky when you work really hard to prepare yourself to be in those good situations where things just tend to work out. The harder I work, the luckier I seem to be. I don't know who originally quaffed that line, but I do remember that being something that I will keep in mind. Because, honestly, I'm always going to work as hard as I can in the gym. Most people do. It's got to come down to how hard you work outside the gym, and how you put those 3 kind of core things into the rest of your life. So there's the workout write-up. Bench volume was actually down total because I had to run out of the gym and get home. I had promised my sister that we were going to go to a movie, and I was definitely really late. So we made it in time for that movie, but, family first sometimes, and I can make up that bench volume later. Bench has been going really solid. I have no worries about it. Everything going well. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm sorry it's a little bit longer than usual, but some of you guys like that, I guess. So ups to that. If you didn't like the video, go ahead and watch it again. Maybe it'll change your mind. Please leave a like rating if you did, though. Share it with your friends. Comment, subscribe. I really do enjoy all of the loves that we've been getting lately. A lot of views. The new subscribers. It's been awesome. I hope you're all having a happy holidays, and my next session is going to be a deadlift session with Ben again on Christmas Day. So I'll be going for a 690 double, and should be pretty fun. So Hope you guys are having a happy holidays, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.